Back now and check on that ODOT cam. Oh, that's Pioneer Courthouse Square looking rather empty and rather calm, I was saying tonight, considering everything else we have going on all over the Portland metro area, Matt.
If you can stay away from the freeways, it's pretty, but
there we go.
It's not very pretty
at
all.
No, that is that gridlock on I-5 headed northbound toward downtown. That backup that Catherine Cook has been in for 7 hours now. Painful.
I don't know how they do it. Yeah, I mean, that is really brutal. Heart goes out to all those folks there.
The good news is it looks like it's finally moving a little bit.
It did look like it was moving. You
Just
know what we have not talked about very much is the coast. So
okay, yeah, we haven't. So what's going on?
Check it out. Let's go to Newport right now.
Snowing sideways still.
Snowing sideways in Newport. And this is where there's a new band of snowfall moving into western Oregon right now. It is going to favor, if you will, the coast and the coast range. It doesn't mean the valleys won't get more. Snowing in Salem now, but it's really coming down at Newport at the moment. Notice the wind is out of the north and northeast as the east winds are kicking in out of the beaches. In downtown Portland, it is not snowing. We can see downtown Portland, which we could not for most of the afternoon and early evening. The snow is coming down at the rate of 1 inch an hour. I measured over 4 inches between 4:30 and 8:30 here in downtown Portland. We ended up with 6.6 inches of snow. I'll show you that again in just a minute. East winds at 22. We're just below freezing, but it's going to get colder and colder overnight tonight. Portland Airport, impressive, 10.8 inches. That is a February record, one-day record, one of the snowiest days they've ever had out at PDX. Just amazing, and the most snow we've ever had in a day so late in the season. Downtown Portland, not a February record because back on February 1st in 1937, we had a foot of snow. But it is the most snow we've ever had so late in the season, meaning we've never had a day with more snow than that from this point on through spring. Back on February 19th, I believe in 1993, we had 7.5 inches of snow, but this is later in the season. So we've never had this much snow on a day so late in the season. And then remarkably, only a dusting down in Salem. So here's that next snow band. It is edged into Salem right now. It's hitting parts of Washington County and the coast, as we showed you at Newport, and the Coast Range. Part of this will pivot northward, so we will likely get a little bit more snow in the Portland area in the overnight hours from, say, 1 a.m. to about 4 or 5 a.m. But I think this is going to favor the western side of the valley and really leave us with a dusting, maybe 1 inch of snow. This was what it looked like on radar a little while ago. I think the modeling is just a little slow, but the general idea is that moved north. Here's the next band. You can see it favoring the west side of the valley now and staying that way, and then the coast and the Coast Range getting hit by all the while the east wind continues to crank away. So how much snowfall? Well, the modeling reflecting that only 0.3 of an inch here, but nearly 2 inches in McMinnville, 6 inches in the Coast Range, and 2-3 inches on the coast. And I like this distribution of snowfall. I think that should pan out very close to what actually happens overnight. 31 in Portland, 30 in Vancouver, but look, it's down to 21 in Pendleton, and that cold air is headed our way. It's 18 in Sun River, and the east winds have spread through Washington County, but still a south wind in McMinnville, finally a northeast wind in Aurora as the east winds are beginning to take shape. And the reason is our area of low pressure has finally pushed offshore. It's just offshore, but for much of the day, it was right here, and Portland was just in a favored position to get that snow band in the northeast quadrant of that low as the moisture streamed onshore and then north. This is going to move on down to the south. As you can see in the modeling here, this is basically now just off the coast of the mouth of the Columbia River. It expands and weakens and then finally begins to pull away, and the precipitation will end. So we will see improvement in the morning hours tomorrow. Our high today was 38, but that was early in the day. This is the Wells Fargo Skycam, which has been just coated in ice all evening, 31 degrees, and of course the freezing level is down at nothing, basically at sea level. So for the coast, 1 to 3 inches, and even on the beaches, you may get 1 to 3 inches. The coast range up to 6 inches. For the valleys, trace to 3 inches, and I think you probably will see 2 to 3 inches the west side of the valley, lesser amounts on the east side of the valley. For the Cascades, not that much. You'll get some on the east side of the mountain because of upslope with the east wind. Central and eastern Oregon, not much snow, but below zero wind chills tomorrow. In the gorge, super cold. Wind gusts up to 60 tomorrow, so the wind chills again will be below zero. In Portland, snow again later tonight, traced to maybe 3 inches, but that's mainly on the west side of town. I really think for downtown and points east that got all the snow early, we won't get that much more. 31 the high tomorrow, 38 on Friday, and then back into the 40s over the weekend. But those morning lows down around 20 will set some records there. We're back after this.